Alright guys, I'm not going to be on here long, but I did want to show you parts of downtown Tarpon Springs. While I'm waiting on my next ping. So as you can see, this is very, very busy. Hey Lillian, how are you? So we're in Tarpon Springs right now. And as I said before, there's getting out of here might be a problem. This is an old Greek sponge harvesting town. And the reason why we have so many eateries here is because this was their objective as they were coming in to harvest the sponge, something to eat. So let's get busy. If we can get to the sponge docks, I may take you over there, okay? But as you can see, this is kind of where... Hey, Sipping on Fire, how are you? So let's pull over here real quick. No, can't park there. It's only permit parking. So as you can see, we have... This is the old sponge docks right here, actually, I believe. They would come in with their sponges, and they would harvest them, and, you know, right? So you can see all these little shops, tourism stuff. I've never been actually through here, but as you can see, it's very Florida-ish. It's you can definitely tell there's some history here, and these buildings are old. Like I said, for 30 years, this was the sponge capital of the world. And the Greeks would, you know, they lived here. They still do. They made their money based on, you know, let's go down here. No, let's not. Nothing. Well, maybe later. So we're getting close to like, hey Lemonhead, how are you? I'm gonna unplug this so I have easier way to move this around. There we go. So there's not much to downtown Tarpon Springs, as you can see, but it's crowded, and there's a tiki bar there, right there. I'm doing all right. It's a little steady. It's kind of slowed off a little bit, but that's okay. I would like to show you all the sponge docks if I can find them. I believe we passed them, but I'm not really sure. I need to get to an area where I'm not going to get in somebody's way and find out. It's where we were actually going to take Victor when he was going to come, but unfortunately we could not do that because Chris had to work. So maps. Yes, and the Nathan likes drums. How are you? Yes, there's like I said, a lot of people don't know a lot of the history of parts of Florida. They just think of Florida. We actually have one in December. We might try to go sooner, but not sure. All right. Everything down here is very touristy. Okay, I guess we're half a mile from it, so let's see if we can get over there. And you're gonna pay like dearly for everything, but okay. So let's see. I like Tarpon Springs. I haven't spent a lot of time down here, but it's definitely cute. All right, let's see.
50 feet at the traffic circle, take the third exit onto Dodecanese Boulevard.
Okay, I guess that was it then. Hey, anytime. So we're gonna go back the other way now. There's always pedestrian traffic. You got to be very, 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 very careful. The speed limit is, sorry about the camera, guys. I'm trying to rest my arm. It's kind of hard to hold it up. The speed limit is extremely slow through here because there's a good reason for that. There are so many Greek restaurants up and through here. You should not ever have a problem with finding something to eat. They're after work and I'll catch up with y'all comments in a minute. Okay, so this is part of the sponge docks right here, as you can see. And I will catch up with y'all's comment. So these are old sponge boats. These are now actually probably shrimp boats. Yeah, they look like shrimp boats. We still have a humongous shrimp industry here, without a doubt. And they go out every night, and they bring them in by the net load, and they go back out, and they work all night long catching shrimp. Lemonhead High. So we're almost to the actual tourism part. I don't know if we have to pay to get in there, but I can take a few minutes to show you all that. That's not a big issue. I do have to be out here earning money for Chris's classes. Yeah, I'm doing Uber right now. I'm taking a small break. Just came a long way. And I don't get chances to show you guys stuff that's neat, that I think is neat. You may not think it's neat, but I do. Like I said, the speed limit is very, very low down here. Okay, so I guess this is it right here. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll get out and we'll show you what's going on. How about that? Huh? How about that? I don't know if we have to pay to park. But we're not going to be here more than 15 minutes, so it shouldn't be a problem. $15-minute parking. Alright, well, it's permit parking only, violators towed. That figures. There's not a whole lot to see here, but we can get out for a minute and show y'all the springs. These are some tiny parking spaces. Let's go see. It's already 93 here today. Alright, let's see. You'll be down here next month? Oh, okay. Okay, back. Towed. Alright. Looks like I ain't got time to sit here because, wow, this is really tight. So there's the city marina. Tons and tons and tons of charters and things like that. Tight, getting out of the car. These are small spaces. So, like I said, they used to come in here and they would unload their sponges and then they would eat and they'd go back out and get more. So it doesn't look like a sponge dock type area now because they've changed it. It's now a marina for just anybody, really. There's another one here. Shrimp wrecked. You get a visitor center here if you want to know what there is to do. There's an old haunted cemetery. Okay, go over here. So now you just have sailboats and tour boats and things like that, but the sponge boats were definitely different. You can do deep sea fishing, things like that. See, I've been meaning for a while to get down here, but Tarpon Springs isn't around the corner, you know what I mean? I just so happened to get a ride, so here we are. Make sure I don't trip and fall into the water. And this is definitely your perks of living here. I love North Carolina. It's hot as hell down there, but you know, and there's a little bench there. You can just kind of sit here and people watch. There's so much the rich history. You're going to Universal. Those are fighting words. There's so much history here that, I mean, this little area began in 1905. So it's well over 100 years old. Well, you guys can meet up in Orlando for lunch or something. You don't have to go to a theme park. Oh, then there's some information about manatees for boaters, because there are manatees in the water and they're extremely friendly. They'll come up to you and let you pet them and everything else. Just on a cooler day, I could definitely walk around here and check out. Hey Aaron, how are you? I'm showing everybody Tarpon Springs. It's an old sponge history town. This used to be where all the sponges, the capital of the world, you know, all the sponges would come in. So those sponges you have in your kitchen at one point most likely came from Tarpon Springs. All right. Let's see what else we can find. And so we went down that way, which is basically the main drag is Dodecanese Boulevard. Yeah, that's a mouthful to say. Alright, let me get backed up here. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go up here and make a right, and we'll show you the remaining portion of it. Like I said, Tarpon Springs is not very big. And like I said, on a cooler day, I could definitely come down here, walk around, check out these shops, eat. And I could probably be maybe 30 minutes from home, so it's not terrible. As you can see, there's not a lot of it. And a lot of these smaller towns in Florida, there is not a lot to. But as you can see, and if you missed the initial part of it when we were going that way, you just come back and watch the video later. See, there's another one. They actually are looking pretty good considering we haven't had as much rain as we should have. So, okay, we got the red light good. So down that way, there's some more shops and things like that. Over there you can see a custom chair shop, and I think they offer boogie boards or something over there, I'm not sure. This is Pinellas Avenue, otherwise known as alternate US 19. There's another little blue building over there. I like those blue buildings, the pink ones and the yellow ones. I like that. It just screams Florida, you know? In case you're wondering, guys, there's not a lot that way. This is basically where it begins, all right? And then you turn down this way to go downtown Tarpon. There's a couple more things to our right that we're going to cover. I'll see if we can catch some old, you know, homes or things like that, and then I'll have to get back to work, unfortunately. But, you know, the city is so rich of history that it wouldn't hurt somebody to stop in there and read about it, because there's a lot of things that happened to get it to where it's booming today. And Tarpon Springs even has its own police department. But if you go down to Palm Harbor, which is the next town south, they do not have their own police department. That is, they're grown here. They actually have to go out in the water and get them. They're sea creatures. Like shrimp, and they bring them back. And then they are harvested, if you will. They're killed and harvested. And then turned into the sponges that you use today. But a sponge creature does not look like the one in your kitchen. There's some steps it has to go through to get it to look like that. Kind of like a shrimp. You see the shrimp on your plate at Red Lobster. It doesn't look like that in the ocean. So you can see here there's a lot of restaurants. The Greeks love to eat, and that's where you see all these Greek restaurants. Mr. Slovaki, there's auto repairs, things like that have popped up here, yes. But I mean, this is not downtown, but we just left downtown, but this is still part of Tarpon Springs. So like I said, they're big enough that they have their own police department. But like I said, Palm Harbor is patrolled by the sheriff's office. So if that tells you anything, there's just a lot of Mama Maria's Greek cuisine. See, so there's so much Greek food down here, it's not even funny. Have I tried any of it? No. I should though, huh? Alright, there's a Greek wine and food festival. Oh, that's going to be busy. Alright, what is this? Orange Street. It's a good spot, maybe, right? This is pretty much it right here. This is pretty much how Tarpon is. That's it. Not much to it otherwise. There's some spots down here we can see some more water. While I try to get a map up, there's some old homes here. Go see what we can see. See, we're getting into some of these older homes, and believe me, they cost a fortune. Beautiful down here, though. It really is. It is beautiful down here. And like I said, your speed limits are really low because of all the people and the activity and everything else going on down here. Can you all see? I'm trying to do this, you know, multitasking. Got an old drawbridge with a speed hump. They love their speed humps down here. Ugh, look at that. No earthly idea where we're going. This is how you find stuff. That's why I like UberEats, because you can find a lot of great restaurants. You didn't even know existed. So I'm trying to find a safe place to park. Bound to be one up here somewhere. Get a load of these homes. They're old. They're architecture. They have a unique place in this world. You know, they a lot of them come with private docks, which is across the street on the other side of the car. I'll catch up with y'all comments here in a second. Just gotta find a spot to stop. I would love to live down here. You would not even, I would not even play. Sure wouldn't. Okay, let's go down here. I don't even know. Oh, there's beaches here. Get out of here. See what I mean? Just drive around, you'll find shit. No idea where we're going, but we'll figure it out. I didn't think Tarpon Springs had a beach. Never heard of it, but that don't mean nothing. The only thing is with some houses like this is hurricanes. You're really, really close to the water. But, you know, I guess people, when they decide that this is what they want to do, this is where they want to live, then they buck up, they handle it, you know? Like 3 cars behind me. When I'm trying to give a tour, people want to, you know, get behind me. Alright, what do we got here? Howard Park. Yeah, that's another one now. Look, Howard, that's probably where everyone's going. I'm going to pull over here and let them go, because I'm not going to Howard Park. You get stuck in there, and it's a long while. Alright. Let me get the map up here so I can figure out where the hell I'm going here. Howard Park is a big park. It's a humongous recreational park that you can definitely... Let me see here. Bay Shore to Gulf Road. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here. Okay, I think I got it, actually. Alright. Uber's handy with their maps, that's for sure. We gotta go the other way. So if you want to have a good day at the beach, and you want to have a good day at the water, and you want to go fishing, or you want to just drink, even though it's not allowed, but people do, Fred Howard Park is the place to go. Alright? I only know of it because I have dropped off there. He's got a porta potty in his front yard. Alright, let's see what we got. No, Aaron, there's not a lot of surge here. Lillian likes Greek food. Sippin said, very beautiful town. It is. It's days like this when you can see stuff like this, it really just kind of puts you in a really good mood. We kind of got all the way out here in the back 40, but that's all right. That's where you're going to see all these homes. I like homes. I like the old rich style homes, not the mansions type, but you know, the rich and history type homes. You know, where you can, I need to really get a window mount, but I can never seem to get it to stick. Well, as I said, there's some definite advantages to coming down here. Like I said, I'm not one to likes to travel far from home, because you know, then you got the whole issue of trying to look at the map. All right, I think we got our way here. Trying to look at the whole issue of, you know, practicability, or whatever the word is, where you drive, you know, X amount of miles to come down to an area like this, and you may or may not make any money. So that's a problem. But if I get a ride coming down here, I don't care. Then I'll stay down here. I like it down here. I really do. I used to drive to Tampa every day for work, but I stopped doing that because it was kind of pointless. I just can't get over this little area. I think Chris and I are going to have to come down here when it cools off, for sure. The only other thing on my list is to show you Clearwater Beach, but that unfortunately is going to have to require somebody to want to go there. Maybe today. It is Saturday. I'll do another one, because those of you that haven't seen it, it really is a beautiful place. It's not my cup of tea, because there's just a crap load of people there. It's very, very crowded. It's not my thing, but for those of you that like the real deal beaches, I'll show it to you. Clearwater Beach actually is really no bigger than Tarpon Springs in terms of size and area on the strip. So, as you can see, I mean, Tarpon Springs is crowded, but we're moving. I don't mind the crowd as long as all these people are going to Howard Park. That's the big hot spot on Saturday. Howard Park. And that's for that reason alone. That's why we are not going. Got speed humps everywhere. Floridians love speed humps. Alright, so I get pickups all the way down here all the time. It's a pain in the butt, as you can see. We're driving, we're not even at the main road, but you know, the way the land is here and the way that the town had kind of grown, they really had no choice but to go this way and build this way. But some of these old style 1905, 1910 homes like this one right here, I would love to have that in a heartbeat. And that's a home. Look at how big that sucker is. And it probably sells for about $3 million. Alright, where are we? I believe I go left. Oh, we're kind of stuck. Yep, left. Right. Okay, because that's where I came in. Alright, so there's another one. There's a ton of history here. I don't really even know it all, let's put it that way. So that's pretty much it as far as this goes. There's an old Greek church. Isn't that pretty? There's an estate sale. With this particular intersection, I usually just like to wait until it turns red, because you can't really see the cars coming. Next stop is Palm Harbor. Nothing special. Now, with a town like Tarpon Springs. The name does not sound that incredible, right? You're thinking, it sounds okay. Well, the town like Palm Harbor, you think, oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, there's nothing special to it. We just left the historic district, okay? And we're still technically in Tarpon Springs. This is kind of like your business district, if you will. So, like, where Sippin lives, I don't know if she's familiar with US 17, but you have 17 and bypass 17. So this is kind of like bypass or business 17, if you will. A lot of closed places, though, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Oh, and I also have Dunedin on the list to show you all. It's another one like Tarpon. It's mostly a lot of touristy stuff, but touristy stuff can be fun at times. You smell the seafood in the sea. It's pretty cool. I got my map up here so I can catch some stuff going. Well, we got to get down here real quick and get back online. So this is pretty much it. Now we're kind of into back to normal. You know, I got Winn-Dixie there. The hospital, it looks like. Construction. Nothing very impressive, but Dunedin's not far. No, it's not around the corner, but it's not far. Yeah, that's a hospital. What's over here? Let's see. What is this? It's a golf course. Boring. I thought it was a park. Yeah, I gotta get me my post holder, phone holder. It's got a handle on it. It's easier to hold. So, anyway, that's kind of, there's a lot of golfing here too, which of course everybody knows that, but that's kind of, I mean, we're out of Tarpon Springs now, but what'd you guys think? I mean, someplace you'd like to pay a visit to? It's too hot to be doing all that walking around. There's quite a bit of walking around that you can do. So it's gonna have to be a day where it's a little cooler. All right, we are coming up on Klosterman, so my Postmates might start going off. So this is where I have to go to catch Postmates. Basically, we're right here. I don't know if there's anything that way or not. Yeah, that's the park, so we're not going. We just got through all that. Let me put y'all down on the holder here. There's not a lot to see until we get to... I might go live a little bit later, but I think what I'm going to do now is thing back on and get back to work. But it's Tarpon Springs. Hope you all enjoyed it. Have a good day.